guys. I'm gonna do a review on something my husband actually purchased for me. I'm gonna try them out for a few months. Sorry that I look like this. I have a baby here and he's sleeping, so I'm trying to be quiet enough and I look like this. So next time will be better. Anyway, my husband got me a membership to Darn Good Yarn. Um, and it's cute. The box, when you get it, it's really cute. It says, and I know it's backwards, it says, I craft so hard, I swear I glitter at Darn Good Yarn. The box is actually really cute, makes me excited to open it and see what I got. They do a mystery gift a month, and then after every month, and then a yarn, to my understanding, a ball of yarn. And then they do give you some ideas and through emails of what kind of things to make with either crochet or knitting or both. Okay, so I opened up my, and it's cute. It came with, this is the $10 packet. This one came with some really pretty knitting needles. And the middle one is a crochet hook. I think I'm going to play with the knitting needles a little bit today. Just to see what they're like. And I'm a little weird when I do this, but I sniff everything and just, I know it seems weird, but I want to kind of get the gist of if there's an oil or a smell that I like to use with my yarn, or to see what is going to end up on my hands. So I pulled the knitting needles out. They're size 8. So is the crochet hook. But like I said, I'm going to work with the needles today. They're cute. They're compact. This will be more for like a headband or, very small projects. Something, I'm going to do pros and cons. A con maybe I don't care for too much is that they're really not that pointed. So this is going to be a little more challenging if you're working with a thin type yarn, um, or a yarn that's not wound as tight. Um, and then also I'm not too sure about how I like the ends of the needle, because I have a feeling that the yarn will get wrapped easier than if it was a little bit thinner of a knitting needle, like, or a straight needle. I do absolutely love the purple and the how it goes into the wood grain. Something that is kind of really cool about Darn Good Yarn too is that um, you're supporting people uh, that well, they give you Darn Good Yarn of the Month, and they support people that obviously need jobs, um, and we believe in the application of starting at love with everything. So, be humankind, teamwork, our mission. Start love. Start at love means being compassionate with the intent. Um, they give you an idea about, what their gift is. So each month, I imagine whatever the gift is, they're gonna tell you what it is. They said that the yarn needles and the crochet hook are handcrafted and dyed um, in cooperatives of India. So they're all handcrafted. They're not machine crafted, which is really awesome. And it tells you where they originate from with these needles. And then the yarn that is in the box this month is a worsted weighted silk yarn, very smooth and soft. Watercolors is what it is, and it's hand spun and hand dyed by women in India. Um, it's crafted. Oh, yep, we already said that, by our partners in India. And it gives you instructions on how to take care of it, and it's a recycled material. And then they give you ideas here on things that you can make with this particular yarn. Um, I think what I'm going to do though with this and the yarn, because I have enough neck wear, it's starting to become spring where I'm at. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple, and see, I just sniffed the yarn too. Oh, by the way, it doesn't really have too much of a oily smell, so that's definitely a positive on the needles. But I tell you something, the yarn smells absolutely, it smells really, really, really good. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a headband, but I'm not even going to go into it. I just want to get the feel and the texture of the yarn and the needles working together. Okay, so I'm going to do my cast-ons. I have a pattern in mind, so bear with me here. And so I'm doing my cast-ons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, I'm really, and not just because I stuck my nose in it, but I'm really starting to smell the yarn. And it smells absolutely beautiful. This is going to, I think, and it's starting to make my fingers smell. And it's not too fragrant to where if you have problems with smells, you're going to be sneezing all the time. I can't really explain it. It's a light scent, and it smells really, really, really good. I don't think people with allergies are going to have any problem with this smell at all. And I'm hoping the other yarn smells. So maybe whoever actually spun or dyed this yarn maybe used some kind of light fragrant on their hands. Yeah, just as I thought with the knitting needle. I'm sorry. Like I said, this isn't an actual knitting tutorial. I'm just kind of doing a review. With the knitting needle, I don't like how it's not pointed too well because it's hard to pick up the stitches. Although the knitting needle is the needles are soft. So, and the yarn does slip freely, but this is a silk yarn. There are some, impurities, but I think the impurity is actually going to make the headband look very, very modernized, especially with the way that the fashions are coming into trend. I'm almost thinking maybe a 70s style, once it's said and done. It's okay, you have to be very fragile with the yarn. It's definitely different from a brand of yarn that would be, see, a brand of yarn that would be crafted by a machine. So you could definitely tell that this is handmade, and I love it. And it's very soft, and it still has that beautiful scent to it. So let me do one more row here. And sorry if this is boring, but I want to see, another row and how this goes together here. So I'm doing a purl stitch, and then what I'm doing is a knit below stitch. I do really enjoy the needles. They are very soft. What I mean by soft is that I'm not grinding into them. The metal needles that I've used, and see what I was talking about, it's starting to wrap. Oh, and then the yarn. Okay, so then the metal needles, let me fix the yarn here, that I use, they almost feel like they're grinding, and this is actually very soft when they touch each other. But I'm going to have to be very gentle. I am a tight knitter, so I'm just going to have to be very gentle with the worsted silk. Alright, I want to do one more row. This is my first time, like I said, working with this yarn and these needles. I want to do another row. I want to see what happens. This row is just a knit row. Okay, it's starting to fall apart. And I'm not pulling very hard at all. Weaving in the ends here. Maybe a hairband is not a good idea for this, but because it's going to be in and out of my hair, but once I think it's weaved in appropriately, you know, it makes it reinforced, especially the type of stitch I'm doing is a reinforcing stitch with the knit one below. I think it'll be okay. Okay, one more. Sorry. I just want to do one more. There is a purl, and then we're doing the knit one below. Grabbing both those. A purl, and a knit one below. And a purl, and a knit one below, and a purl, and a knit one below. Let me grab, yeah, that's the two that I was weaving in there, and then a purl, and then remember we do this 13 times, so knit one below, and then a purl, and we're getting into another color. Knit one below, and then purl, and a knit one below. Okay, and you continue on and on and on and on. Let's see what the yarn's starting to look like. That'll be a pretty 70s colors, you know, once it starts really going in. I'm going to continue working with the yarn. I mean, it's really soft, but it's really soft and it's starting to, well, you saw, fall apart a little bit. So definitely handle with tender love and care. And I like the needles. They're a very nice gift and they're pretty. They're short, like I said. Maybe it would be good for definitely headbands, a thin scarf, maybe a thin cowl would look nice. Maybe I'm thinking like some fingerless mittens might be good, but they are a true knitting needle, so they're not double a double knitting needle. And then the crochet hook I think will be very interesting as well. Maybe I'll do a review on that too, depending. Again, thank you for joining me. By the way, my name is Angela, and this is the first I'm going to do with reviews. Um, and maybe, not just with Darn Good Yarn. I'm going to try some reviews with some other things that I'm finding that either works or don't work. Um, I'm working on a baby shirt right now, and I'm working on an amigurumi. I know that's probably not how you say that, but a baby elephant, which is two different types of yarns that I'm using, and very small needles versus very large needles, and those are knitting. I do a lot of crochet work as well. So I hope to see you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this, and bye for now.